Hey everybody, it's SirWillow. Just wanted to kind of drop in with a little bit of a different video. One of the things that I get asked a lot is what other channels I watch? What other channels would I recommend? Who do I suggest that you tune into on YouTube? So, if you will, I'm going to kind of give a rundown of 20 different YouTube channels, almost all of them theme park and Disney related, but there's a few extras in here as well that I watch on a regular basis. Now, these are far from the only YouTube channels I watch. There are a lot more as well. I think my actual subscription list is like over 100 channels. But if you're looking for Disney or theme park or roller coaster or even just a couple that I like, these are the channels I would start you off with, and then I fill in with some others later on. But this will give you a good start, and there's a good chance you're probably familiar with a lot of these channels, but I've probably got a few in here that you don't know, and I would love to see you watch as well and see some of these grow. So I'm going to actually pop them up here on the screen for you and let you kind of get a look at the channels. And the first one I'm going to start off with should be a pretty obvious one. That's right, Disney parks. Duh. If you're into watching and visiting Disney parks at all, well then of course you want to have their channel on your subscription list. And you can kind of see, this has actually been a commercial that they've had out recently for Disneyland Paris. Just an amazing commercial with the Disney duck. But all sorts of other different videos here about the parks and the attractions and upcoming things. And Disney World, Toy Story Land, Disneyland, of course, is there. The cruise line, and so much more. So that is the very first channel I would probably start you off with. The next channel is going to be the Disney Food Blog. Now, this focuses more on Walt Disney World, and don't get stuck on the title. It is not just food, although they do a fantastic job reviewing different food choices when there's new snacks and new menus. They're right out there, definitely checking them out and reviewing them. But they've also got a number of other different things. The best times to go, 15 important things to remember, hidden secrets in the parks, things you'll never do again at Walt Disney World. Now, this is a daily publish, and they are in the parks all the time. So there are things that they're going to not do that you'll want to do if you've never been there. But it is a great channel to be able to check out and just learn a whole lot of stuff. If you really need a daily Disney fix, this is a good one to go to. Speaking of daily videos, my next couple are actually a couple that many of you are familiar with. They're also daily vloggers, and they're in the parks all the time, and that is the Trackers. Tim and Jen Tracker have a lot of fun. If there's a new activity, they're probably on top of it. They're not just Disney, they're almost everything Orlando, but they do get out to other places as well. They were actually up here at Silver Dollar City back in last June, I think it was, and so they do get out and around and get to try out other things, but they are a lot of fun, very family friendly, great channel. I enjoy watching them. I don't get to watch them every day because I just don't have that much time, but they do a lot of great things here. So check out the Trackers. By the way, I will have links to all of these channels as well in my description for you. So if you want to check them there. Another one that is very popular is also Random Land. Justin Scard. And he's actually got a whole bunch of other stuff around. They sell pins. He's got a whole online group just dedicated to this channel. You might occasionally see this Q for P, which I don't want to totally give it away. I'm going to make you check it out on the channel, but it's a really neat deal that they do. Okay, I'll give it away. It's the Quest for Positivity. But I love the positive bent that he has. Now, Justin has a lot of energy. His approach isn't quite for everybody, but I enjoy it. It's definitely a little bit on the goofy side. You'll have fun with him. So Justin is another great one to check out. One more here, and these will actually kind of go back to back as well. Yester World Entertainment talks a lot about the history of the rides and things that didn't happen and things that we wish had happened. For example, a history of Star Tours, the canceled Harry Potter land that Disney had actually talked about doing. Yes, would you believe Disney was actually in negotiations with J.K. Rowling to create a Harry Potter at Disney, and that fell through, and that's when it went over to Universal. Well, he's got the whole story right there for you, along with all sorts of other things, different rides, different attractions, and just some great stuff. So if you're really wanting kind of the history of the parks and some could-be's, Yester World's a great channel. Kind of along lines with that is also Defunct Land. And they do not just Disney, but all sorts of other parks and other attractions and things that are no longer around. Just some wonderful, wonderful stuff. If you're in the theme park community at all, you probably know about Action Park. This is an awesome video. It really is. There's a good reason why it's up at the top of his uploads. But just some great, great videos there. So Defunct Land is another one of my top ones. If you are into the amusement and attraction park scene as a whole, well then this is a one you need to be subscribed to. Attractions Magazine covers theme parks as a whole all around the country. They are focused on the Orlando parks, but if it's happening in a park, they're probably going to cover it here. And you can just get a little bit of a glimpse. Disney's California Adventure, Universal Studios Hollywood, Lion King Question and Answer Seminar during the Festival of the Arts, and just all sorts of different things. They do have a weekly show, which they do kind of as a podcast, kids attractions, live streams, just a fantastic channel. They actually have a print magazine that they have published with this channel for quite a while, and that's how I kind of got tuned into them. So I've got a whole bunch of copies of the magazine as well. But definitely a great, great channel. Hey, who doesn't love Star Wars Hyperspace Hoopla? And if you aren't familiar with Hyperspace Hoopla, well, then you completely missed Star Wars weekends back at Hollywood Studios in the day. But I'll let you look that up. A couple more that kind of focus more on the West Coast, the Disneyland. This is one of my favorite channels just to get the awe factor in, and that is the Hayes family. Their daughter, Malia, has alopecia, which is an autoimmune system disorder that basically causes hair loss. There's some other things with it, but this is Malia, and the attractions that they go see, when they go to Disneyland, she gets the most incredible interactions with the characters. It is absolutely amazing, and I got to be totally honest with you, it leaves me jealous. I'm like, dude, if I could get these kind of interactions, the characters come hunting her down. It is amazing. So if you want to see character interactions that will just leave you just your heart kind of going, oh, you will absolutely love the Hayes family. They're one of my favorites. I actually support them on Patreon because they are that good. Yeah, so just a neat family vlog with the Hayes family. They will also occasionally run into this other guy, and this might be the biggest Disney YouTuber out there, but he does so much more than Disney, and that is Brian Hull. If you have never watched Brian Hull, you are missing a treat. This guy can do so many voice imitations of Disney characters and others as well. It is absolutely amazing. He does them with the characters in the parks. He creates songs with them. He gets together with another YouTuber called Breezy Voices sometimes. But just some really neat stuff. The song covers are fantastically fun. It's fun to just try to guess how many characters he can do and which ones he's doing. But then also when he's meeting the characters and the impressions with them and just the fun he has. Brian Hull is probably one of my favorite YouTubers, and anytime I need a smile, I pop on Brian Hull. So great, great guy. He's actually another one I support on Patreon because he's just so good. One more here is Inside the Magic. Again, this is a kind of a Disney-focused one. They do other parks as well sometimes, but they kind of go behind the scenes and let you get some looks at the construction. For example, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, Toy Story Land, and a lot of those kind of not totally behind the scenes, but it gives you an idea of what is going on with the development and the building. Just some very fun stuff. If you're interested in the technical side and how things work, you will really like Inside the Magic. But they also do a lot of upfront other stuff too. For example, all 11 princesses gathered for the first time, and a whole bunch of things around the parks. So if you're a Disney fan, yeah, you're going to want to go to Inside the Magic, definitely. Resort TV 1 is another one that is focused more on Walt Disney World. They are a little more laid back than some of the others. I have to tell you, if you want some on-ride footage for some of the dark rides that will blow you away, these guys have it. They have on-ride footage of rides like Spaceship Earth and Navi River Journey and Pirates that is absolutely amazing quality. lit up, beautiful, brilliant, easy and clear to see, just fantastic. So if you're wanting things like that, these guys are the ones that you definitely want to check out. But you can see they've also got a whole lot of other things. Disney World tips and things to know before you go. Resort Hopper movie night. Several live streams inside the park, so you can actually ride rides with them sometimes. And just all sorts of wonderful stuff. Great channels, so definitely check them out. Disney Image Makers is another one. If you are into the photography side and you really want to get your pictures to look the best or improve your video, try to figure out what camera gear is going to work and how do you angle the shot and what settings do you use, these are the guys that you want to check out. Disney Image Makers is one of my favorites. Now, my only beef with them is they're Canon guys, and I'm a Nikon guy, but in all honesty, that doesn't make much of a difference. But they're going to give you some very great advice on how to take good photos in the parks and how to set up and what equipment and gear to use. And so, a couple of great guys there. Definitely a little more on the technical side, but you will enjoy them. Theme Park Crazy is another one of my fun ones. This is not a Disney-focused channel. This is going to be all over the place with especially roller coasters, but all sorts of other rides as well. And you can see all sorts of different things here. 10 rare and unique roller coasters, the 10 tallest loops in the world. If you are into coasters, this is the channel you want to be a part of. He's got some absolutely fantastic stuff. The on-ride footage he has is legitimately gained with permission in the parks. It is not snuck cameras on and things like that. But he's got all sorts of features and all sorts of stuff. Just fantastic channel. One more here for you. This is a lady I do collabs with. She is a lady who used to work in the entertainment department at Walt Disney, working with Jasmine and Pocahontas and a couple of others. And in fact, as I go down to Disney here, as you are seeing this video posted, I'm actually down at Disney. I've just done a collab with Jennifer. I've done a couple with her. Great stories, wonderful lady. If you kind of want to look at the inside of what it is like to work in entertainment at Walt Disney World, Jennifer Oakes can give you a very good look at that. She's got some wonderful videos here. She actually works with a couple other people, so that's what this is. It's a collab with another lady who also worked in entertainment at Disney. But she also does a number of other different things here. She reviews some restaurants. She will actually talk about, she's a mom of a couple young children, so she does talk about what it's like to be a mom and review some things there. And we'll talk even about some things like that, including baby's first visit to Magic Kingdom. So she's got some wonderful stuff like that. So be sure to check out Jen. Awesome, awesome channel. Walt Disney Planet is another one of my favorites. This is a younger channel. They're really kind of building some stuff up, but they've got some fantastic things already on here. They're talking about some of the resorts, some of the on-ride videos, and visiting some of the shows. They're a wonderful channel if you kind of want to get a good look at what it is like to be in the parks. Check them out, help them grow. Fun channel. I really do enjoy them. And then, of course, this channel is not theme park related, I have to be honest. The guy that produces this channel is just plain weird. He's strange, he's goofy, he's off the wall. He's my son. I don't know where he gets it from, but yeah, I do got to give my son a shout out. Mystery Movies has a wide variety of different things, and you never quite know what you are going to find on his channel. Mario, for example, being in Kingdom Hearts. He's got a couple Overwatch videos on here, which is the I fired and then I missed. It's actually a pretty funny video. But be sure to check out Mr. Roo Movies. Give my son some support there. Help him make some money. He needs it. The next little batch here are actually three guys that all really work together. They have separate channels, but you will see them collab together and do projects together and even visit the parks together occasionally. But they're also all fantastic YouTubers. Rob Plays is the first. And by the way, I do support all three of these next ones on Patreon as well. And he looks at a whole bunch of different features in the parks and why things are the way they are. For example, why is there no red flashing light on top of the Dolphin Hotel? How does Disney know the names, from your Magic Band? The Disney Cruise Line, he just got back from a cruise a little bit ago, and some of the videos coming out from that are amazing. The Disney Rail Stops, Disney History, Disney Attractions, in-park vlogs, and all sorts of wonderful stuff. If you have never checked out Rob Plays, go check him out. There's going to be some stuff that's going to get you totally hooked on him. Right along with him is Disney Dan. Disney Dan is another one of my favorites for this kind of stuff. He again talks about different things that happen in park, some different history. For example, the 10 new Disney character outfits. But he also has done outfit comparisons over the years. See if I can pull up some of those. He looks at a lot of the attractions. Here we go. The Disney character evolutions, which those are really fascinating if you want to kind of see how Mickey started and how he got to where he looks now. Just some fantastic stuff. And then attractions and all sorts of stuff. Disney Dan has some absolutely fantastic stuff. And then one of my favorites, this is actually the guy who got me caught up with the others fairly early on, was TPM Vids, Theme Parks Some More. He does a number of fascinating looks at some of the Disney stuff. A lot of times they're top 10s, top 5s, but top 5 failed attractions you can see there. Disney secrets, Disney character fails. Those are always kind of amusing and entertaining. Animatronic fails. But he's also got a number of different testing behind the scenes and things that, how they work in the parks. And then, of course, as you can see, it is not just Disney. There's Yukon Striker there, and Canada's Wonderland, and other park attractions as well. TPM Vids is a great channel. And hey, if you can ever get the guy to show his face, that would be totally cool. And then my last one, this is actually another one of my patrons, people who support me. And she's, again, just starting the channel, just growing it. And that is going to be My Disney Life. She's, let's just say, she's got some very heart-touching videos. She's just starting out again, like I said, just on her phone, but she supports me on Patreon. And just kind of want to give a call out to everything that she does. Feel free to check her out. Subscribe. You can see she's only got 80 subscribers, so just starting. But I want to give her a shout out because she does some great stuff. She's learning and growing. Be kind to her if you check her out. But listen to some of her stories. And then give her some ideas, give her some feedback, and help her channel to grow. So there are 20 of my favorite channels that I watch. Yes, I do watch every single one of those on a regular basis. Can't always get the daily, but I do check them out. So I'd encourage you to check them out as well. If you have some other favorite channels that I didn't mention, I would love to hear those. So don't forget to mention those as well. And I know there's a bunch of them, and I could start just rattling off all sorts. But don't forget to leave those in the comments. I'd love to hear your favorites. And hey, do you like mine? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I'd love to hear that as well. Thank you so much for watching. God bless and have an awesome day.